I'm going to Pattaya. Upon returning from Cambodia, I was going to Pattaya, but it got put on the back burner because I had to go to the States. Prostate, check. Physical, check. Eye, check. Good morning, everyone. Beautiful sunny day, 27C. I'm heading north. I'm on Highway 1, headed to Chiang Rai International Airport. I'm going to Pattaya. This I was headed to, winding the clock back, I was headed to on a Cambodia trip, had it all scheduled. I've already said this, but just to rehash. Was going to Cambodia with the gang, and upon returning from Cambodia, I was going to Pattaya. Since I'm already in Bangkok, go to Pattaya, visit for a couple days, and then go back to Bangkok and fly to Chiang Rai. But it got put on the back burner because I had to go to the States. Went to the States, came back, and now timing worked out that I have a follow-up appointment at Bangkok Pattaya Hospital for my you all know about it. I had prostate surgery, non-cancerous, and my next scheduled appointment was a year from my last one. But my doctor said, if you have any questions, concerns, potential symptoms, come on in. So I'm coming on in. And since I'm going there, I doubled up and I made an appointment for my annual physical, which I do two. I do one in Thailand and one in America when I go in October. But I thought, hell, June, close enough, right? So I'm doing my annual because I'm already there. And then I'm seeing I made another appointment, seeing an eye specialist just to get that third opinion to talk about supersight, LASIK, lens replacement. Oh no, you're screwed. You know what I mean? Because these eyes fighting each other constantly is a real pain in the neck, putting it lightly. It's almost to the point where I'm going to wear a patch on my right eye because I'm tired of the frickin' headaches and I'm right eye dominant. Been right eye dominant my entire life. I'm right-handed. I don't know if there's a correlation with that. Most likely there is, but that's my shooting eye, right? And since then, I've taught myself how to shoot again offhand, meaning not left-handed, but with my left-hand eye. So I really got to lean over the scope, and it took some doing. Took a couple of smileys from the scope, you know, rifles kick some, and so I taught myself how to shoot again. And then with a sidearm, it's no problem. It was a quick adjustment to be able to use my left eye to paint a target, right? So to speak. 3 clicks and I turn left. So, I'm going to see the eye specialist and hope for the best. Both of my doctors, American and Thai, in Chiang Rai, where I had the surgery, have both said, nah, can't do it. As in lens replacement. Because even though the retina is 100% healed, 100% attached, what little there was left that was viable, the real work is the back of the eye, which I don't know what's called. Google it, okay? But it's the back part that does all the processing of that shit coming in the retina, and you see what you see. So no flash, wave just in case. Man, I was digging following that bus. He was driving like a little frickin' slot car. Definitely speeding. But, so, I'm seeing the eye doctor. So, prostate, check. Physical, check. Eye, check. See some friends. I've already got a couple, tentatively scheduled for coffee, and a number of my other friends have either gone back to America temporarily or have moved to Bangkok, which you never know how long that's going to be for. But so that's where we're at. I will do that. Looking at the time, 7 minutes, so we're good. Thought I saw smoke, but it's just a dark, very dark cloud. Got dumped on last night during my afternoon walk. I walked in the morning so I could just focus on walking. And what the hell is this here? Work crew, and I don't know what they got in there. Anyway, pay attention, Mitch. Making my turn on 131, which goes right into the airport in 20 clicks. So I'm making good time. I'm on time. I left 2 minutes before my anticipated time of departure from my house. Had approximately 2 hours of sleep. It's not good, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's about it. But during my afternoon walk, so I did 2 walks yesterday. One in the morning where I could just step it out. No camera, just me, the outdoors, fresh air, cooler anyway. And very peaceful. But the afternoon one, it said thunderstorms are coming, and usually it says I'll get an alert, not like an Amber Alert, but just a pop up, and it'll say thunderstorms should end in approximately 2 hours. And so I go outside and I can see north of me, south of me, a little bit to the east, gray, dark, some black, right? So I know, okay, I got an hour at least. So I went ahead and started my afternoon walk and talk with the camera, with my phone actually. And so I finished the video. I thought, why not? I got something else I want to talk about, so I'm gonna make another video. Why not? So I started another video, and the raindrops are falling on my head, just a trickle. You can feel it on my arms, right? And then pretty soon I hear it tapping on my hat. Within 5 minutes, it's sideways, you know. It's like, oh well. But you'll see that. It did not bother me in the least. I was drenched by the time I got home, and you know, less than 15 minutes after it started raining, I was home. So let me take a sip of my yogurt drink here. But that's about it. Feeling pretty good. Meaning physically. No backaches. God, knock on wood, baby. I'm still taking my calcium tabs. Calcium and something else, I forget. It's a double tab. It's like 600 milligrams of calcium and then 100 milligrams of something else. Over the counter, but that's what they prescribe. When I ran out, I went ahead and bought some. I bought another 2 months worth. And even though my bones are fully healed, as a geriatric, it doesn't hurt to have a little extra calcium. Okay? Some supplements. I'm speed, and it didn't get me, so good. So, but no backaches, no joint aches. Feeling good. I don't feel that funk, you know, the depression. You know, it's like back in the day, battle fatigue, shell shock, post-traumatic stress, post-traumatic stress syndrome, or excuse me, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Now, it's PTS. So, like, make up my mind, okay? It's George Carlin. That's where I got that from. You know, 20 years ago, he was talking about that. He's like, oh, they gotta, every couple of 3 years, they gotta change shit up, you know? Gotta change the name, you know, keep it exciting. Things sell more pharmaceuticals and whatever, so it's like that. So they I think manic is now bipolar. I mean, like Sybil, you know, multiple personality disorder. I mean, she had like, maybe you guys are too young for that one, but it was a movie about a real person, and she had like 15 or 16 different personalities, and she wasn't faking. She was like switch gears and be a little kid and be a granny and be I mean, just, I remember at the time that it was a fascinating movie. If I watched it now, I might think it sucks, but anyway, so it's like that. They're always changing terminology. So if I say, oh man, I'm down, kind of down today. I got the blues. I'm in the dumps. I'm in a funk. That's what I'll say. But the reality of it is, it's a form of depression. Now, when you say, "Oh, I'm depressed," people think, "Oh, fuck. Careful. Don't say nothing, don't, it'll trigger him or something." It's kind of like when my sister 40 years ago went through rehab, right? We were all very in tune, mindful of not bringing up drugs and alcohol and shit on the news, heroin, cocaine, any of that kind of crap, right? You know what I mean? We were like super paranoid not to say anything like that. So it's kind of like that. It's just like I could say I'm low on gas or low on diesel. I've got over half a tank, okay? But someone else could say they're low on diesel and they can have a quarter tank. Or they could be sucking fumes. There's degrees of everything. So I appreciate the calls and the messages I got from everyone wishing me well and everything, and please don't jump, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm just at the time, I'm just in a funk, man. I don't feel like doing shit, It's like stacking up straws on a camel, and then finally you get the one that breaks the camel's back. I believe I've narrowed it down to what actually was the final straw that triggered me being in a funk. And so for a couple days I'm in a funk. I don't sleep anyway, so I even slept less. I ate more candy. Got an addiction there. Like my friend Jane's addiction. I'm joking. But it's oh man, I'm in the dumps. It kind of got the blues. That's depression, okay? But there's different degrees of depression with anything. Like you go in, you banged up your knee or something, and what's your level of pain? That's a nebulous question. I don't know. It fucking hurts. Not that I have any knee pain or anything. But 10? Really? You can't take any more pain? Well, no. You know what I mean? So there's different degrees. So I'm fine. And I mentioned in yesterday's walk and talk, my second one, I think, or the first one. Hell, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. It's scheduled. And unless YouTube decides to just take it away. But I've got, instead of looking at the entire problem, just like when I would get a set of plans to take off, okay, estimate a job so we could bid the job. I wouldn't just look at the HVAC. I would look at the plumbing and the electrical, all the other shit, all the other trades as well, because we got to work together. We got to work around each other. Just talk to Dave. He knows. And other people that have been. Robert Mack. He's done a lot of construction. He's done a lot of project management on stuff like that. And a whole bunch of other people that I know have had to coordinate with other trades. Well, if you look at the whole thing and you get this stack of plans, literally in a spec book, at first you're like, oh my God. And they want it when? You just have to take the first step. Start chiseling away at it, whittle away at it. Take lots of notes, but whittle away at it. And then next thing you know, you're done. Well, that's what I did with my the things that were getting to me that I didn't address right away. I just let it go. Worry about that later. Worry about that later. Well, I'd been like, oh, worry about that later for a long time, and finally, that last straw came, and then I was like, holy shit. So it took me a couple of days to snap out of it and start whittling away at the various issues. One bite at a time, right? We've all heard the term biting off more than you can chew. Well, instead of trying to eat the whole cake, I would take a little bite at a time. Or that big old tomahawk, what I'd rather say. But, so, I've whittled away all these things that have been nagging at me, that have been falling behind, everything. And there's a few that they ain't shit all I can do about it, okay? The only thing I can do is control how I react to it. All right? So, that's the only control I have. Because shit's happening, there ain't F all I can do about it, but how I react. And so I'm feeling pretty damn good. Thank you again for your well wishes. I have my turn signal on that way, which I left my signal on. I can't hear it, Deaf in one ear, half deaf in the other. Dogs were barking at me, and I'm like, I know they're on the left, to my left, on the other side of this fence. These two brother dogs, and then the other dog. And I'm like, come on, guys, in the video. But I keep looking to my right because that's where the sound's coming in. Pathetic. Even though I know they're over here, I still looking like maybe there's a dog over there. They're gonna come clip me. Crazy. Oh God, don't say crazy. I am glad it's sunny, because getting to the airport when it's raining kind of sucks, right? As much as I fly, I used to enjoy it. I freaking hate flying now. I just fucking hate it. Anyway, so that's about it for now. I planned on this being like 5 minutes and then adding on little bits, tidbits and stuff. But hell, I'm almost to the airport. 7 minutes. It says 7. I'm 4 clicks away. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. And those changes that I talked about earlier, they're coming. They're coming. I brought my computer this trip and a checked bag. So when I go back to my room, I can do some real work. I got to go to Tucum. Wow. Look at that big boy in the back of that truck. Man, that is a beautiful, beautiful cow. I can almost smell it on the barbecue. Wow. That is one big, I think there's 2 in there. Yeah, I see the hump of another one, but my God, that's big. Jeez Louise. At least 2. I think there's just 2. Okay, coming back. All right. With that, I'll say thanks for watching. Have a great day or great evening. Talk to you later. Bye.